see all of us assembled to iron out some of the misconceptions, some of the foul thinking caused by so many years of being divorced from mother. Being divorced from mother is a very dangerous thing. You degrade the child. The child's natural food is his mother's breast. Taken away from his mother's breast, problem begins. But before I continue, I have to give a multitude of thanks to Dr. Sonny Carson for allowing me the privilege to be in front of you today. And I hope that my presentation would compliment you in some way. But complimenting him lead me also to Brother Ali Lamont. Brother Ali Lamont represents to the black community in New York. He represents a gem. Why a gem? A gem because I was getting ready to leave this country. I have traveled far and wide. It took me 18 years of research to put a compound together that would complement black people. After completing these compounds, they were tested in 2 patients first, a pair of twins that had asthma, no longer had asthma, then a blind man, Mr. Fredericks. He's seeing after being blind for 11 years. So I began to feel somewhat encouraged to pursue this matter, this entity we call healing today. But I also have to compliment the Usha family for supporting me and the Institute, which they make up today. A large part of it, including my wife. It is my wife and the Usha family that has maintained the continuity of this institute. I am not the founder. The founder is my wife. The creation of the compounds is my wife. I would like to take the credit, but how would I feel when it is not the truth? It is my wife. My wife educated me, or continued to educate me, after my mother had inculcated certain things in my head. Because I have not listened to anyone, and I will not listen to anyone save my mother. She is the only one that could adequately make a recommendation to me that would be equitable. Why I came out of my mother. But my wife, when I met her, like every other brother, I was snorting cocaine. I'm doing a whole lot of things. She said to me, I heard that you cured someone of a dreadful disease. I said, yes, but why aren't you healing black people? I said, because if I leave my job to heal black people, I would starve to death. She said, why? I said, because we are at a level that it is difficult to see healing and nutrition. If I come with nutrition, I'm going to remove from the table what they like. And this would present a problem. So even though I'm here tonight, prepared to present to you a perspective that has never been tried before in history, evidently, starting off with the Africans. The Africans were not the creator of medicine because he simply didn't need it. Why should a healthy man create medicine? The African was not the violators of the laws of life. So as we journey tonight on this subject of healing and nutrition, we want to now retract just go back into the pages of history. Because to place us back on that journey that would maintain health and stability, we have to place the seed in the environment that is conducive to that seed. For instance, I would take the burdock plant and take the seeds to Central America, plant them in the soil, and it would die. It would never grow. Why? Because the genetic code of the plant was created by life to only generate its energy in the temperate region. If I also take a banana and plant that in Canada, it will not sprout because its structure is to develop and grow, mature in the tropics. If I take the quetzal bird from Guatemala and put him in America, he also would die. If I take a gorilla and place him in Alaska, he would perish. So would be the polar bear in Africa. So we see that life, in creating all living species, they were placed in specific geographical locations with specific food. If a plant, a bird, and an animal, as we call them, what about the Homo sapiens? Are we not chained, married to that same procession of life? Are we going to divorce ourselves from that procession? Well, you can do so. We have done it. And I was a recipient of that. I was a recipient of that life that was given to us once removed from my mother's breast. Now, I am multi-religious. I am multi-religious, multi-divided. But when I return home at night, I eat one food, the devil's food. If I worship the devil and eat God's food, I will live forever. But if I worship God and eat the devil's food, my days are limited. This I saw with my brother. My brother is a preacher, or was a preacher. I said to him, you know, I don't go to church. I don't go to any temples. My mother was sufficient, but to you it was necessary to be a preacher. Why, I do not know. Because I simply don't know anything. But as for you, who have chosen this particular road, this perspective, your Bible said, the herbs are for the healing of the nations. But when you get sick, where do you go? You go to the doctor to use some carcinogens and inorganic. What are you saying to God? These are the truths that we are not prepared for tonight. These are the truths I saw from a little boy that placed me in odds with my very friends and my family. But I had to live this truth. I have no control of my journey. Most certainly, I didn't want to be here tonight talking about healing. I wish that this was a subject that was entertained 50 years ago. Then I would not have to be here. But the fact of the matter is, regardless of what I wanted, the journey of life said, Sebi, you will be that man. Why me? I'm the loudest mouth. I am uncompromising. I compromise to no one. Sufficient enough, I wear clothes. I have to be obedient to that cosmic procession. So I said to him, you drink cow milk, you eat lamb. Eat big rack of lamb. He said, I don't eat